A 58-year-old Shaolin monk can perform 1,000 push-ups without stopping. He possesses visible abs at 12% body fat and is stronger than men half his age. He hasn't consumed meat in 40 years. No chicken, no fish, not even a single protein shake. How is this possible? Cambridge University investigated this in 2017. They measured muscle protein synthesis comparing plant versus animal protein, and the results were shocking. When you combine plant proteins correctly, your muscles cannot tell the difference. Rice plus beans creates the same amino acid profile as chicken breast. However, there is something the monks know that the supplement industry doesn't want you to hear. At minute 9, I will show you why animal protein might actually be aging you faster. At minute 11, the one ingredient Western vegans never use, but monks have relied on for 1,000 years. By minute 13, you'll have the complete system monks use to stay stronger at 60 than most Americans at 30. It starts with understanding why everything you've been told about protein is backwards. Inside Shaolin Temple in Henan Province, China, morning practice begins at 5:30. The courtyard is cold, stone floors, and mist rolls down from the mountains. Monks ranging from 20 to 70 years old move through forms, punches, kicks, and weapons training for 2 hours straight with no breaks. Their bodies are lean, defined, and powerful. This isn't genetic. This is 800 calories of plant protein working at the cellular level. The mechanism is simpler than you think. Your body needs 9 essential amino acids to build muscle. It cannot make these. You have to eat them. Animal protein has all 9 in one package. That's the pitch. But here's what they don't tell you. Individual plant proteins are incomplete. Rice is low in lysine. Beans are low in methionine. Combining them is the key. Rice plus beans, noodles plus lentils, bread plus peanut butter. When you pair grains with legumes, you get all 9 amino acids, a complete protein. Your muscle cells don't know if it came from a cow or a chickpea. They just use the amino acids. Cambridge proved this. Their 2017 study showed that plant protein combinations matching WHO amino acid requirements stimulate muscle growth identically to animal protein, gram for gram. Same synthesis, same recovery. A 2023 meta-analysis in the Nutrients Journal examined 13 studies with over 1,000 adults aged 60 and older. Plant-based protein interventions produced identical muscle mass gains compared to animal protein controls. Not similar, identical, but you need to know how much and how to combine it. Here is Tier 1, the foundation protocol. This is what you do starting tomorrow. Breakfast within 1 hour of waking. Overnight oats, 1 cup oats, 1 cup soy milk, 2 tablespoons peanut butter, and a handful of almonds. That's 30 grams of protein. Mix it tonight, refrigerate, and eat it in the morning. It takes 10 minutes. You'll feel full for 5 hours with no mid-morning crash. Lunch is your biggest meal. 1 cup cooked brown rice, 1 cup cooked black beans, 4 ounces of firm tofu, and 2 cups of stir-fried vegetables. That's 35 grams of protein. This is the monk's formula. Grain plus legume plus soy. Every amino acid is covered. You can meal prep this on Sunday and make 4 servings, taking only 15 minutes to assemble each day. Dinner is lighter. 1.5 cups of whole wheat pasta, 1 cup of lentil soup, and a side salad with sunflower seeds. That's 25 grams of protein. Eat by 6:30. Your body doesn't need heavy food at night. Total daily protein is 90 grams. For a 75-kilo man, that's 1.2 grams per kilogram, enough to maintain muscle and build new tissue if you're training. The mistake most people make is going too light on Tier 1. They think plant protein is weak, but it's not. It's just more filling. You have to eat the full portions. In 7 days on Tier 1, here is what changes. Your energy stabilizes, no 3 RPM crash, digestion improves, you feel lighter after meals, and sleep quality goes up 10 to 15%. Your workout recovery matches or exceeds what you had on animal protein. The scale stays stable, which is the sign it's working. However, Tier 1 has a ceiling. If you're training hard and trying to build significant muscle, 90 grams isn't enough. You need 1.6 to 1.8 grams per kilogram. That's where most plant-based diets fail. You would have to eat massive volumes to hit those numbers with just beans and rice. That's where the modern approach falls apart. And it's not just the volume problem. Remember I said at minute 9, I'd show you why animal protein might be aging you faster. Here it is. IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1. Your body makes this hormone to signal cells to grow, build, and multiply. That includes muscle cells, which is good, but it also includes cancer cells, which is the problem. The University of Southern California in 2014 conducted an 18-year study tracking over 6,000 adults from age 50 onwards, published in Cell Metabolism. The finding was brutal. People who consumed high animal protein between ages 50 and 65 had a 75% increase in overall mortality and a 4-fold increase in cancer death risk. But when those same people ate plant protein instead, those risks disappeared. Gone. The mechanism is IGF-1. Animal protein spikes it higher than plant protein. Elevated IGF-1 has been linked to breast cancer, prostate cancer, and colorectal cancer. It's a growth signal, and all cells respond, including the ones you don't want growing. The monks figured this out through observation, not studies. They noticed warriors who ate meat aged faster, had more injuries, slower recovery, and shorter lifespans. Meanwhile, the temple monks eating nothing but plants stayed strong into their 70s and 80s. Buddhist monks in research studies lived 2 to 3 years longer than the general population. The plant-based diet is part of that. Western bodybuilders on high animal protein diets average lifespans of 60 to 70 years, facing heart disease, kidney stress, and chronic inflammation. You can build muscle today and lose decades tomorrow. The trade isn't worth it. Calculate your protein needs right now. Your weight in kilograms times 1.8. That's your daily target. For example, if you weigh 80 kilograms, 80 times 1.8 equals 144 grams per day. That sounds like a lot. Most people look at that number and think it's impossible on plants. But there's one ingredient that changes everything. Remember at minute 3 I mentioned the ingredient Western vegans never use? Here it is, seitan. The monks call it myeonjin, or gluten muscle. Buddhist monks invented this over 1,000 years ago. You take wheat flour and wash it repeatedly under water. The starch rinses away and what's left is pure wheat gluten. It has a chewy, dense, meat-like texture. It contains 25 grams of protein per 100 grams, the exact same as chicken breast. This is how you hit 130, 140, or 150 grams of protein without eating animals. Add seitan to your lunch 2 or 3 times a week. You can buy it pre-made or make it yourself for 50 cents a serving. Mix vital wheat gluten with water and spices, knead it for 3 minutes, simmer in broth for an hour, then slice it and use it like meat. Here's Tier 2. You keep everything from Tier 1, same breakfast, same dinner, but now you upgrade lunch. Use brown rice and black beans, but instead of regular tofu, use 4 ounces of seitan for 30 grams of protein right there. Add a post-workout shake using soy protein isolate. 1 scoop provides 25 grams. Mix with a banana and water, and drink it within 2 hours of training. Now you're at 130 grams daily, which is muscle-building territory. The common mistake at Tier 2 is rushing the seitan. If you make it yourself, you have to knead it properly for 3 full minutes. If you skip that step, it comes out too soft with no texture. Another mistake is not drinking enough water. Plant protein is high in fiber, so you need half an ounce of water per pound of body weight. A 170-year-old man needs 85 to 170 ounces of water daily. Without that, you get bloating. In 30 days on Tier 2, muscle definition increases noticeably. Strength gains of 5 to 10% occur on major lifts. Body composition shifts toward less fat and more lean mass. Recovery time drops 20 to 30%, allowing you to train more frequently without overtraining. Other people will start asking if you're working out more. But the complete system requires one more element. This is what separates maintenance from mastery. At Shaolin Temple, the monk's breakfast of choice is 8 treasures kanji, white and brown rice, mung beans, black beans, red beans, peanuts, dates, lotus seeds, and goji berries. You cook this in a slow cooker for 2 to 3 hours or a pressure cooker for 30 minutes. 1 bowl gives you 20 grams of complete protein, plus every vitamin and mineral your body needs to recover from training. This isn't just food. This is medicine. The monks refined this recipe over centuries, and each ingredient has a purpose. Mung beans cool inflammation, black beans strengthen kidneys, red beans improve circulation, dates provide iron, lotus seeds calm the mind, and goji berries protect vision. Together they create something greater than the sum of their parts. Here is Tier 3, the complete system. For breakfast, alternate between overnight oats and 8 treasures kanji, 3 days of oats and 2 days of kanji per week. Both give you 30 grams. Use the post-workout shake for 25 grams, same as Tier 2. For lunch, use cycle, 2 days with seitan, 2 days with extra tofu, and 1 day with tempeh. Keep the rice and beans constant for 40 grams. At 4 p.m., have a snack of a handful of mixed nuts for 10 grams. For dinner, have whole wheat noodles or pasta, lentil soup, and vegetables for 25 grams. Total daily protein is 130 grams. On training days, you can push to 150 by adding more seitan at lunch. On rest days, drop to 100 by skipping the post-workout shake. This cycling gives your digestive system a break, mimics natural feast and famine patterns, and may enhance autophagy on lighter days. After your next meal, sit in silence for 5 minutes. No phone, no TV, just breathe. Notice how your body feels. The monks eat every meal in complete silence. This isn't about being antisocial. When you eat mindfully, chewing slowly, and paying attention, your body produces more digestive enzymes. You absorb more nutrients and feel satisfied with less food. Try this once, and you'll feel the difference. The monks follow the 70% rule. Stop eating when you're 70% full, not stuffed, just satisfied. In Okinawa, one of the world's blue zones where people live past 100, they call this Harahachi-byu, eat until you're 80% full. This one habit transforms your relationship with food. You eat less, digest better, and live longer. If you're not gaining muscle on Tier 3, you're not eating enough total calories. Plant protein is filling, so you can accidentally end up in a caloric deficit. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to lunch and dinner for 240 extra calories. Or add a nighttime snack like a banana with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. If you have constant hunger, you need more fat. Increase peanut butter to 3 tablespoons daily, add half an avocado to lunch, or drizzle tahini on everything. If you get digestive issues like gas or bloating, you increased fiber too fast. Cut bean portions in half and increase by 25% each week to let your gut bacteria adapt over 3 to 4 weeks. If you feel fatigued, get blood work to check iron and B12. B12 is non-negotiable. Supplement 1,000 to 2,500 micrograms per week or 200 to 50 daily. This is the one thing you must supplement on a plant-based diet. You can get iron from cast iron cooking and eating with vitamin C, but if you're deficient, supplement 18 milligrams iron daily. Remember at minute 6 I mentioned the secret monks don't teach outsiders? Here it is. Food isn't just fuel, it's part of the practice. Every meal is meditation, and every bite is mindfulness. The discipline they show in training applies to eating. This is the difference between following a diet and living a system. When you see food as practice, everything changes. You're not restricting, you're training. You're not sacrificing, you're optimizing. In 10 minutes today, right after this video, you'll calculate your protein needs. Tonight before bed, you'll mix your overnight oats for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you'll eat your first 30-gram breakfast. In 3 days, your energy will stabilize. In 7 days, you'll do those push-ups again and hit more reps. In 30 days, people will notice. In 90 days, you'll have transformed. Here is what you need to know. Plant protein builds muscle as effectively as animal protein when you combine it correctly. Grains plus legumes equals complete protein every meal. Animal protein might help you build muscle today, but it could shorten your lifespan. Plant protein gives you the same gains without the IGF-1 spike. The monk system is simple. Rice and beans, tofu, seitan, nuts, 8 treasures kanji, mindful eating, and the 70% rule. That's it. You can get everything at your local grocery store. Beans cost $1 a bag, tofu costs $3, and rice costs $10 for a month's supply. You'll spend $2,400 a year instead of $4,600 on the Western approach, saving over $2,000. You have two paths: the Western path with expensive supplements, short-term gains, long-term health risk, and dependence on products, or the Shaolin path with simple foods, sustainable muscle growth, decades of vitality, and complete independence. If you want the complete 7-day meal plan with recipes, shopping lists, and macro breakdowns, check the link in the description for the Monk Guide. But you don't need to buy anything to start. You have everything you need right now. Try 1 week, track your energy, recovery, and digestion. Do those push-ups again on day 7. The proof isn't in what I tell you. The proof is in what you feel. Shaolin Temple has been perfecting this system for 1,500 years. Monks prove you don't need meat to be strong. You just need the right system. If you want more complete systems that actually work, drop your age in the comments if you're over 50 and ready to try this. Send this to someone who's been told they need animal protein to build muscle. That 58-year-old monk doing 1,000 push-ups? Now you know how. The question is, will you do it? If this story changed the way you look at the food on your plate and the strength in your body, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We are uncovering the ancient wisdom and health secrets that have been hidden for centuries. Cultivate your future. The next treasury of knowledge will be open soon.